Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and get started here with this picture that I got online, and we're going to do a coloring tutorial. Now I've already gone ahead and selected the different parts of her skin and hair that we're going to be coloring and save them as selections so I can just make my job easier. And then all you need to do is select something, right click, save selection, and we'll call this blob. Go into your channels and you find blob down here. That's where our selection was. All you have to do is hold option or command, sorry, and click, and you have your selection. You can do whatever you want to it. So we're going to go ahead and start off by coloring her skin. And actually, before we get started with that, what I like to do is turn this to CMYK first. So you go to Image, Mode, CMYK, and then I choose Don't Flatten. Okay. So all of our selections are still there. And now instead of RGB, we now have our CMYK, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Alright, so you're going to select one of your things first, so we're going to go ahead and go Skin. We're going to go Curves. And you're going to change this to cyan, and bring it down, magenta, just up and to the right just a little bit, not too much, and yellow, bring it in. And then you just have to fine tune it until you find the perfect skin tone that you want, and then obviously when we're done we're going to go back and fix everything up with an overall pass. Alright, so that looks pretty good for skin off the bat. We're going to go hair. I can never really remember how to get a good brown, so forgive me while I try a few things. It's a little more red than brown, but venturing into green. Actually, that looks pretty good to me right there. And for the glasses, we're just going to darken that up just like that. You're really not going to see this color. Oops. All that much. But just a little hint of something here and there might do nice. Now one thing that I forgot to save out was a selection for her eyes, like the yellow. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just do another curves, and we're going to lighten the whole thing up just like that. Invert our mask here. Switch that over. Let's get a little smaller. And we're just going to color in her iris. Or not her iris, her eyeball itself. Now I'm doing this with a mouse and a trackpad instead of an Intuos tablet or whatever you want to call it. Let's go ahead. Nope, she doesn't have teeth. Alrighty. Get some lips. And this one is kind of really up to you on how you want to go with the lip color. I guess. I mean, that works for me. Right. We're just going to give it a light tint of blue. Nothing too extreme. Alright, let's go ahead and revise all of our color choices. Oops. Oh, I guess I forgot to do the background as well. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do one more. We're going to go kind of a nice purple background. That works for me. I'm just going to do a generic run over. Then I'll clean it up in a second. And then I just hit X in order to switch between black and white, which works for masks. So we're just going to remove this purple off our hair. And I have a large brush with a fairly soft radius, but nothing too soft. That way everything blends in really smooth, and then if you mess up, you don't really notice anything. Alright. This isn't my favorite work, but this is a quick 10-minute tutorial to show you how to change levels. And from here, you can throw on an overall adjustment. Give it an overall feel like it belongs together. And then what I do after that is I give it a 50% hardness. And then I do the same thing, only with a different, oops. And like, it doesn't do too much, but for what it smooths everything together, and I really like that. So let's go ahead, add a photo filter. Yeah, sure. Same thing. And a levels. Just to really bring everything together. I'm not really liking that purple. I guess that's how you get a good brown. There we go. I kind of like that. And obviously you can do anything you want. So say for some reason you felt like her lips should be super yellow or orange, I guess. You can make her a duck or purple, but we're going to stick with our off hue. I guess you'd call that like a dark peach or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a makeup guy. Anyway, that's pretty much it. And that is our tutorial.